how long it takes before it starts recording. All right, so we get into finally into the visiting area. We've passed all the other security precautions. I look and there is not one seat. There's nowhere to sit. I got the two babies, but thank God, soon after, Marcello is coming out from the back because they got a new rule now. Many times, Marcello would have beat us into visitation and been able to get into the line, to the commissary line, so that we could get our food, and he would have already had a spot picked for us. But now the new rule is that our loved ones cannot come in until we're in. So while they're just sending us back and forth, they're in the little holder area in the back. They can't come into the visiting part without us being up there. Okay, more rules on top of rules and rules for your rules. And then if those rules don't work, we got some backup rules, girl. And then everybody else, not to mention everybody else got their own sets of rules. So all those rules too, right? So we get in and we look around, there's no seats. Marcello scopes out and finds one seat somewhere, kind of crammed in between a couple. Okay, that's fine, whatever. It is what it is. And then we get up after we settle the babies. I had to go change them. Another thing they just started doing was upon going into the restroom, they have to pat you down, doing this up under, down you. Then upon coming out the restroom, they have to do the same. So me, I avoid the restroom, not because I got any contraband, not because I'm trying to do anything wrong. I have to pay for those that are doing wrong. So there's enough people doing wrong that I have to pay the consequences too. So I have to be treated as a criminal as well, though I'm not a criminal, right? I have to be treated that way, which is aggravated. I don't want you rubbing up me every 5 minutes, right? So I avoid the bathroom, but if I have to, so now I can't even just hold it. I have to take the babies because they need to be changed. You can't leave the babies in the diapers, right? So my grandson had to already pooped it up, like for real, just on that little journey in. So I had to change him. And then right after that, my granddaughter was not wet at that time. So I'm like anticipating, oh, now she gonna be wet after that. So I'm trying to use the restroom with the baby, because I did not want to come back in there. But I did anticipate that I might have to with my granddaughter. Right? Okay, so I come out, pat searched again. And then we go up to the vending machines, these fresh new vending machines, fresh food, right? And if you know that would be, if that was the truth, that would be something really great, because they they feed them nothing but processed, packaged, over salt consumed, over sugar, over everything. And for those that are locked down long periods of time, like my husband, a good 2 years, you either eat the BS that's there, which he calls that stuff rat patties, the food there that they cook, that even packages say not for human consumption. You choose to eat that and still does not fill you up because the portion is so small. He always says how Princess, our granddaughter, could eat that and not even be full. So you got that choice, or you got this overpriced packaged processed foods. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Overpriced packaged processed foods. So that's your daily diet, which in the end, it makes your health go down. It makes your health decline, because that's all you have to consume. So to say fresh foods, that sounds like, oh my gosh, like DLC is stepping it up. We walked past the machine, girl. It's only like 3 freaking sandwiches in there. 3. Nothing really to choose from. They had one sandwich that had like 5 grapes on the side, and the sandwich, the bread was so thick, and the meat was like that, like it was the thinnest deli slice you could see, and it was so thin that it was barely in the middle of the bread. So really, you're just eating bread. You're gonna have to put some mayonnaise, mustard to put something into the dry, thick bread. Then when I bought it, cause I asked Marcello, "What do you want?" He's like, "I don't want nothing," and I'm like, "Dang." My granddaughter, she's hungry, but then I have to eat because I gotta go straight to work. I'm literally not gonna eat anything before a whole shift. So he's like, I don't want nothing. Just give me some chips and a soda. I get me chips, soda, um, Princess, because they don't even have her apple juice no more. There's literally no more choices, no coffee, no apple juice. I'm gonna have to really strategically write this out because I want to actually show you how this is really not. This is a money move. This is not really a move for, and I think it's gonna backfire. I don't really even think it's gonna make the money they think it's going to. But I'm like, okay, so I gotta get this sandwich. I get the sandwich, put in the thing. I swipe my debit card, and you gotta remember to push complete, or someone could come up behind you and order more stuff off your debit card. I'm like, this is crazy. But it drops my sandwich, and the package pops open. Half the sandwich, the one slice of bread, thick bread, that fell out is inside the container, inside the vending machine. I'm like, I know you kidding me. I just paid $7 for this sandwich that ain't really a sandwich. It's some thick old bread, 2 slices with barely any meat in the middle, and just some grapes. I'm like, I know you kidding me. So my granddaughter, I cut the bread in half that was left that didn't touch the thing. Um, she wanted to eat it. She didn't want the lettuce on it, but she ate it. She really enjoyed the little $7 sandwich. And then she ate the grapes. So I still really didn't have anything before work. We visited the kids, but Marcello did have a good time, but he didn't get to, his whole goal was to take a picture with both of them together. But now, because there's no money, the picture pass has to be purchased on their name tag, so that they have to have money in their own accounts. So crazy. It's just, I don't know. I'm glad we're kind of on the last stretch of this prison sentence. My heart really does go out to anybody who is just starting a prison sentence, because it just think if my family had to go through visitation, because visitations is the only real thing that you have. You don't have much. You don't have much of your family, but that's the one part that you have that made you feel like family time, like that you're on the outside, that you're not so, you know, and they're finding every way to suck everything out of what little you had to keep yourself sane, to keep pushing towards getting out, to not getting in trouble, to keep your family together as a unit while they're doing this time. They're finding a way to extract more and more and more. And you're like, dang, how did you get that much out of, we already had so little, but how were you able to take that much out of it? And I'm sure they'll find a new way to take more out of it. But if my daughter had to grow up with her dad in prison the way it is now, I don't think, I don't know. I don't know if we would have made it. I don't know if I could have been that OG prison wife starting my husband went in 2002. What if he went in 2022? And then he did 20. 3 years from that, I doubt we would be able to get through this because they're making sure that this sentence does break your family. Like the few and the strong were able to get through it, but now they're making sure no, not even you, not even you, the OG prison wife, would be able to get through this. But all right, guys, it's crazy. I'm gonna follow up a little bit, but yeah. Just enjoy your family. Be grateful for your family. Be thankful for the time you have with them. Be thankful for the amount of freedom you have with them because it can all be taken within a flash. One decision, one wrong ID, someone could say, "You did it," and then you'll be gone. Or your family will be gone. So please appreciate it. All right. Hiss your girl Cadillac.